Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we walk through the DAT intake form. My name is Kelly Farrell. I'm a disaster program specialist in Eastern North Carolina, and with me today is Rebecca Pittman. She's a regional readiness and planning manager in Greater Carolinas. And in this video, we're going to walk through the first 6 steps of the client intake form right up to the reset intake form section. So with that, we'll get going. And I'm going to pretend that I'm interviewing Miss Smith today. So Miss Smith, I'm so sorry to hear that you've had a home fire. My name is Kelly Farrell. I'm with the American Red Cross, and I'm here to help you today. Just to let you know a little bit further in this process, we may need a form of photo ID that verifies your identity, and you may need something to tie you to your address. Do you happen to have a photo ID with you today?
I do. Great.
Thanks. All right, and I know that Miss Smith's name is Jane Smith. So, and Miss Smith, can you confirm the spelling of your name for me?
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
Okay, great. And your date of birth?
8/4/1972.
And can you confirm your address for me?
My address is 1923 Lake Forest Road, Grapevine, Texas, and my zip code is 76051.
I apologize. Can you confirm that address for me one more time?
Sure thing. It's 1923 Lake Forest Road in Grapevine, Texas.
Great. All right. And so, Miss Smith, I do have your birth date as August 4th, 1972, and your address is 1923 Lake Forest Road, Grapevine, Texas, 76051.
That's right.
And do you have an email address, Miss Smith?
I sure do. It's rccareUat@gmail.com.
You have a cell phone?
I do. It's 172-223-4010.
Is that a mobile phone number?
It is.
And do you receive text messages on that phone?
I sure do.
Okay. And does that phone have access to the internet?
Yes.
Okay, great. And a caseworker is going to be following up with you in a couple of days, and so we just wanted to check, what is your preferred method of communication? Is that a phone call, email, or text?
I think text.
Okay, great. And is there any time that's particularly good or bad for us to give you a call?
Not after 5 p.m.
Thank you so much. All right, and so we did have several of Miss Smith's show up in the system as potential clients, which means that, in this environment, we've had Miss Smith in our system before. So we're going to look for the correct address, correct information for Miss Smith, and I don't see her here, so I'm going to go ahead and create a new client. All right, Miss Smith, I do have your phone number as 172-223-4010 and your email as rccareUat@gmail.com. That is a mobile number, and you can receive texts and have access to the internet on that phone.
That's correct.
Great. All right. And so this screen is showing that because this was a test case, there are these existing events for this address. So it's asking if we want to select an existing event, that maybe this fire is the single family fire that occurred on 12/5, or do we want to create a new event? So I'm going to create a new event just so I can show you what that looks like. But there is the possibility for you to choose the existing event. So I'm going to select today's date. We're going to say that this was a single family fire. And if your chapter and region are using this territory field, you might enter, whatever you all have determined as that territory area. So we have now successfully created the event. We're going to confirm the event. And Ms. Smith, do you have any additional household members?
No, I don't.
Okay, perfect. And Ms. Smith, were you injured at all in the fire?
No.
Okay. Did you happen to lose any medications?
I lost my glasses.
Okay. Well, we have volunteer health services nurses who can follow up with you and help you get those replaced. How are you doing? Are you struggling with this home fire? Would you like to speak to one of our disaster counselors or one of our spiritual care volunteers?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. And if you change your mind, the caseworker can always connect you with someone later as well.
Oh, that's nice.
And so we're going to say that we're going to provide Ms. Smith with a comfort kit. And in our region, the health services volunteer is going to follow up and provide the VSP certificate. And we're going to say that we also provided maybe a blanket because it's cold and a bottle of water for Ms. Smith. This field is relevant when there is a disaster relief operation going on, or if we have opened a Red Cross or a partner managed shelter. Because our client is not in a Red Cross or partner managed shelter, we're going to indicate no. So we've now reached the point of no return in the client intake form, and it has created our case number for us, and it is now going to ask if we want to reset the intake form, which will delete this record and start over if we needed to do that. But because we do not need to do that, we are going to move forward. I'm going to stop the recording here, and we're going to do a separate recording specifically about the program eligibility section. So thanks for joining for this portion of the client intake form.